Once there was someone in your life who could be really kind one moment and distant the next. This person, who meant a lot to you, was both soothing and upsetting at the same time, leaving you confused. Their behavior would shift unpredictably from caring to indifferent, which eventually led to you both going your separate ways. This separation was tough because it mirrored the emotional gap that had grown between you, pushing you to accept a hard truth. This person deliberately pulled away, hoping you would chase after them for their attention and love. They thought this would prove how much they were valued and feed their ego. It turned into a game where they enjoyed the chase, and you were left feeling unsure and always wanting more. During this time apart, you thought maybe you had done something to hurt them, which is why they weren't reaching out. But this was a misunderstanding. In reality, your love was always honest and generous, never asking for anything in return. However, they took advantage of this, using your feelings to meet their own needs. Everything began to change when you decided to put yourself first. You learned how important it is to respect and love yourself, so you started setting limits. You stopped sending texts or calling, focusing instead on taking care of yourself. This new approach caught them off guard. They soon realized that they had been taking your love for granted, and their manipulative behavior no longer worked on you. They had lost their influence. As they watched their control slip away like sand through their fingers, they realized that honesty and sincerity were the only ways to regain your trust. You had made your expectations clear, no more lies or games. Respect and honesty had become non-negotiable in your relationship. Your unique ability to sense the energy around you greatly aided in navigating the relationship. This skill, almost like a superpower, allowed you to discern whether someone genuinely cared about your well-being. It guided you through the highs and lows with them, steering you clear of potential problems. "Let me tell you how much I admire you," they confessed. "You're the only woman who has ever boldly called me out when I was being overly arrogant. Your courage and strong adherence to your values command my respect. It has forced me to reconsider my own behavior." Their silence wasn't a sign of indifference, rather, it was a time for deep reflection on their actions and how these actions had impacted you. This period allowed them to acknowledge their mistakes and learn from them. During their moments of silence, they often found themselves thinking of you, recalling the myriad of experiences you had shared together, conversations, disagreements, and reconciliations. Each memory was a reminder of the dynamic and profound connection you both shared, one that had shaped both of your lives in countless ways. As they continued their introspection, they realized just how profound your influence had been on them. "You've taught me what it means to truly care for someone beyond just the superficial layers," they noted. "Through your actions and words, you've shown me the depth of true commitment and what it takes to build and maintain a meaningful relationship." They remembered specific instances when your insight and wisdom had helped them see situations in a new light, encouraging them to grow and adapt. Your perspective has always brought clarity to confusing situations, and your unwavering support has been my anchor in tumultuous times. They acknowledged. With a renewed sense of purpose, they began to understand the value of the bond you shared. They recognized the importance of being present, not just physically but emotionally and mentally as well. "I've come to realize that being with someone isn't just about sharing good times," they reflected. "It's about being there, really being there, during the tough times too." They spoke about their hopes for the future, emphasizing their desire to rebuild the trust that had been eroded. "I am committed to making changes, to being the person you deserve," they pledged. "I want to be someone who adds to your happiness, not someone who detracts from it. I am willing to work on myself, to ensure that I am contributing positively to our relationship." Their newfound awareness also brought an understanding of the importance of compromise and mutual respect in a relationship. "I've learned that love is not just about giving, but also about being open to receiving," they explained. "It's about mutual give and take, and I am ready to do my part." The thought of losing you was unbearable to them, filling them with a sense of urgency to express their feelings and make amends. "The idea of being without you is something I cannot face," they admitted. "You are an integral part of my life, and I want to ensure that I am just as vital to yours." They concluded with a promise, a commitment to not only their future together but also to their personal growth. I promise to keep striving to be better, to ensure our relationship grows stronger each day, they declared. You are worth every effort, and I thank you for your patience and your belief in me. In the end, they recognized that this journey of self-discovery and improvement was not just about winning you back, but about becoming a better person for themselves and for you. They understood that true love meant being the best version of themselves, and they were ready to embrace that challenge wholeheartedly. They thought about your laughter, your smarts, your kindness, and your strength. Thinking about the woman you are and your goals makes me realize how much I look up to you, they said. I see you choose to be alone rather than put up with disrespect, and that shows your strong self-respect and refusal to settle for less. I really admire these things about you. They also understood that you didn't just want apologies anymore, you wanted to see real change. You're absolutely right. Apologies mean nothing if my actions don't change. I've learned that I need to show I'm sorry through what I do, not just what. As they searched for this connection in other places, they only met with betrayal and sadness. But with you, they found a safe place, a spot where they can be their true selves without worrying about being judged or pushed away. There's no one like you, my love. You're one of a kind, special, and something I can't replace. You've changed my life in ways you might not even know, and you've made me a better person. You've shown me what real love, respect, and humility look like, and I'm so thankful for that. They went on, I really appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for calling me out when I was wrong. And more than anything, thank you for being true to yourself. You're an amazing woman, and I'm lucky to have you in my life. I promise to keep working on myself, to treat you right, and to make you proud, because you truly deserve it. Your partner, who had been keeping to themselves, is now ready to come out of their shell. They want to fight for what you both have, because they believe it's worth it. They know you have other choices and see that you won't put up with their old ways anymore. This has been a big wake-up call for them, making them think deeply about how they act and feel. Right now, they're full of emotions, knowing what they could lose. They see you as one of the best parts of their life, and just the thought of losing you scares them a lot. It would be their biggest loss. They're starting to understand how much they care about you and how important your relationship is. They're seeing things more clearly now, knowing what's right and what's wrong. They're becoming more honest with themselves about their feelings, which they used to ignore. This new honesty comes from a lot of thinking and getting to know themselves better. After being apart from you, they felt very lonely and sad, which made them think a lot. During this time alone, they realized that you're the only person they can see a happy and steady future with. This has changed everything for them. My dear viewers, show your support by giving a super thanks up to $20.